You guys just keep me warm.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you just arrived, I'd like to welcome you to Watkins Glen International this afternoon. If you are just coming close to the paddock, you'll find that we have all of the historic Trans Am cars on the grid. We invite you to come over and get a much closer look at all of these historic race cars. I'm standing here with Mike Joy, who is going to be driving the number 89 car this afternoon. Mike, good afternoon.
It is a beautiful day to be here. We went out in the morning in the rain just to try to find the rain line. We found it. It was a broken dotted line, but we managed to get around a couple of us without incident, Rob Kaufman and I. This is a sweet little car. It was built in 1966 and it has not been updated at all since. It's the only car that uses drum brakes in the back. It still has a full interior, still has a quick dimmer switch. Helps it down from me all the way back here. I can see the front of the grid from here. Great. But this is a blast. It's a wonderful event. Thanks to all the people who came out today to support it. We were at Lime Rock last week. We were at Monterey, Monterey in mid-August, and we are just having a blast. The response to these historic Trans Am cars is just so gratifying to the people who own them and have brought them here. Whether they raced Sunshine or Lightning years ago, back in the early 70s. Every car on this grid is an authentic car as raced in period. No updating with modern gearboxes, not modern engine technology or big brakes. The way they race is the way they are presented here, and they're all authentic cars. None of these are replicas, none of them are recreations. This fellow named Tom McIntyre, who's parked just in front of me, who is kind of the head of standards for this loosely collected group, and he makes certain that they stay that way. It's real easy to update a race car. All you need is money. But then those cars become like George Washington's hatchet to chop down the cherry tree. You know, we don't want those other cars on this group. End of the grid. Those questions about how things got started. But because there's a lot of vintage racing on the West Coast, much more so than here in the Northeast, as this morning's weather indicates, a lot of these cars gravitated out to the West Coast and have owners who are based out there. And the more they race together, the more they develop a sense of camaraderie and kinship, and this idea that these cars need to remain stock and race in period. So it's developed over time. Well, thank you This has been an extraordinary day for a lot of guys who grew up watching cars, you know, evolutionizing into a lot of the Can-Am stuff. This is the grassroots stuff for a lot of us, and I cannot thank you enough for the time and just the enormous amount of resources that are put forth to bring these cars out for all these fans to enjoy. I want to thank you very much and have a great afternoon. We will. There are some very significant cars here. There's two black and gold cars, not including mine. Number 13, Camaro, and Ross Meyer's Mustang. Those were Smokey Yunick's cars. He built those around the rules as opposed to building them to the rules. The green 5-dot Challenger, Richard Goldsmith's car. That is the car Sam Posey raced in 1970. Sam and Ray Caldwell were both at Lime Rock to see the car run last weekend. We've got Penske Camaros, Penske Javelins, Bud Moore Mustangs, and a lot of cars that raced just the way you saw them back then. And we love being here.
And we want to thank you again for being here. Mike, have a successful time out on the track, and I hope you have a good run. Thank you.